I like going out to eat and ordering a little appy just as much as the next person, but some of the calories on these appetizers are absolutely absurd. Like, keep in mind, this is before we've even gotten to the main course. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Amanda, aka Fit Food AE, and today we're making 5 high-protein, low-calorie versions of your favorite appetizers. Boston Pizza and TGI Fridays has some of the highest calorie appetizers available, and I'm about to give them a run for their money. So let's get started, shall we? So first up, we've got my favorite appetizer in the world, loaded nachos. Now, I love the nachos from Boston Pizza, but they clock in at 2,100 calories. And that's just way too much considering I'm probably going to eat that entire plate of nachos to myself. So I made a version with about 580 calories and 45 grams of protein, and it's still a massive plate, and you can have it all to yourself and still have calories left for dinner. Nachos are a bit harder to make lower calorie, but the way that I did this is make a cheese sauce rather than using like just shredded cheese. The cheese sauce consists of light cottage cheese, nutritional yeast, a bit of light shredded cheese, and then spices. For the toppings, we're obviously still using our veggies, but then we're using Gardein beefless crumbles. These are lower in calorie than the Beyond Meat ones. So of course, if you eat meat, you could just use that, and then I'd recommend just using like the leanest ground beef available and just be mindful of portion size. Make sure to add your spices. I add salt, garlic powder, and paprika. I cooked the onions first, then added the ground beef substitute crumbles and the tomatoes. So obviously tortilla chips are difficult to make lower calorie. Basically what I did, I just got like the lowest calorie chips available. So like thinner ones that give you kind of like a bang for your buck. Like 40 of them was about 280 calories, I believe. Whereas there are some chips that are thicker or they have more oil on them, making them higher in calories. We're already adding a bunch of toppings, so the chips themselves don't even need to be that flavorful. Now I did add a little bit more liquid to this cheese sauce because I wanted to kind of like spread it all around the nachos. But if you want it to be thicker, you could totally do that. I obviously added some green onions on top because you gotta get that color. These were so good. I only ate half the plate because my boyfriend wanted the other half, but I really just wanted to keep it all to myself, I'm gonna be honest. These are really quick to make too. Like you don't even need an oven or an air fryer or anything. Proof that my favorite appetizer can be made high protein, low calorie. Next up, we've got cheesy garlic bread. And yes, you can eat the whole thing. So Boston Pizza's Bandera bread, which is like similar to this, has about 950 calories and 30 grams of protein. My version has half the calories, so 500 calories, and the same amount of protein. Now, you can up the protein even higher by using half of PE Science's multi-purpose unflavored protein powder. I didn't have any on hand, so we're using all-purpose flour, and the protein is still high. So I mixed a little bit of nutritional yeast into the dough as well, and that makes it higher in protein and nice and cheesy. So we're gonna cut it into 4 slices, and then obviously cover it with a light butter and minced garlic kind of wash here. Using the light butter makes it lower in calories, but still buttery and delicious. This dish is honestly so decadent. So funny enough, I didn't have mozzarella cheese, I just had marble, but I picked out all of the mozzarella pieces. That's why there's like one cheddar thing sprinkled in there. But yeah, I'd highly recommend using all mozzarella and then a little bit of parm. It just melts better and looks better. So then we're gonna put it in the oven, and oh my god, look at how absolutely delicious that looks. I just put a few spices here like oregano and then like a mixed kind of garlic spice. And I'm just gonna cut it a little bit again, and then look at that little cheese pull. So good. It was really hot here. I was like, wanted to get the cheese pull, but my fingers were like burning. Sometimes you just want an entire garlic bread to yourself, like you don't want to share. And sometimes you just want one that's higher in protein, because if you had half of the Bandera bread at Boston Pizza, it would only be 15 grams of protein. It would still be around 500 calories. Also, if you don't have a mini cast iron skillet, that's totally fine. You could just make it in like a regular pan. I just wanted to use it to make it into like a little perfect circle, but yeah, you definitely don't need it. You could also make this into more of a pizza bread by adding marinara sauce and even some like pizza toppings like pepperoni if you want. Mozzarella sticks are a classic, and they're so easy to remake. The ones from TGI Fridays, even though they look delicious, have about 840 calories for 6 mozzarella sticks. My version have 480 calories for 8 mozzarella sticks, so about 60 calories per stick. Honestly, they're super filling. You probably won't even eat all of them in one sitting, or maybe you will. You could even up the protein by adding 2 eggs for the wash or using like an egg or an egg white if you want. I use crushed cornflakes here to make the batter rather than panko breadcrumbs, just to lower the calories a bit more. And I found that the crushed cornflakes give it like a really cool, unique texture. My version also have 34 grams of protein for the entire thing, even with just the 1 egg, which is around the same as the version with TGI Fridays that has double the calories. So here we've got our dunking station. So we're gonna dunk the cheese into the egg wash, put it into the flour, dunk it back into the egg wash, and then roll it around in the crushed cornflakes. Now, you might have some left over at the end. So what I did was like, I kind of put them into the egg wash and then like re-roll them around the cornflakes until everything was used up, because you want to try and make sure that there aren't any like holes that are not covered in cornflakes, because then the cheese will ooze out of it, which again is not the end of the world. I kind of like that, but just to make them like more realistic. By the way, you'll see that I used cheese strings and then I cut them in half. If you don't have those, you could just use like mozzarella cheese block. But yeah, the cheese strings are great because they're already like portioned out. Your hands are going to be kind of dirty after doing all this. But yeah, another thing that I did was add spices to the cornflake mixture. So I added salt, garlic powder, and paprika. So now they're all covered, and this is an important step, guys. We're going to put them in the freezer for 45 minutes. Now, this is super important because otherwise they won't cook as well. Basically, when you freeze them, they hold their shape as if you're getting like frozen mozzarella sticks from the grocery store. Otherwise, they're going to come out like more mushy. So I'm going to add some marinara sauce on the side. It's totally optional, but I have like the lowest calorie marinara sauce possible. And then we got our 8 sticks. Oh my god, these were so good. I wish I had them in front of me, low-key. Just look at this cheese pull, guys. It literally goes on for ages. These sticks were really hot, by the way, but I'm like, I need to get the cheese pull. I love how they turned out so golden brown and delicious too, and they taste so good with this low-calorie marinara sauce. I literally just buy the Classico brand. I usually get like tomato and basil or whatever like lower calorie version they have. Got another cheese pull here. So delicious. My boyfriend and I split this entire plate. Spinach and artichoke dip. It's a classic. It's a great way to get your veggies in. The one at Boston Pizza clocks in at 1,260 calories. Now, I know this is for the dip and the bread, but my spinach and artichoke dip clocks in at 320 calories for just the dip. And if you pair it with some Stacy's pita chips or pretzels, it'll come around 420 calories, which is a huge savings. And frankly, the one at Boston Pizza does not look as good as mine, okay? Now you're gonna mix all the ingredients together, and then I personally wanted to add it into this mini cast iron skillet. That's probably the best way to do it, but otherwise you could use like a ramekin. Make sure the cast iron skillet is greased with a bit of cooking spray, and then the dip is all spread out. You're gonna add some more shredded light mozzarella cheese to the top, and then we're gonna pop it in. Now, I would probably broil it at the end for a couple minutes, but my oven, for whatever reason, the broil feature just like doesn't work, which is annoying, but I feel like I could have gotten a better cheese pull if so, but it's still absolutely delicious and so good. Another option you could do is to blend up the spinach and the artichoke. I've done that version before, but then with this one, you just kind of have to like break up the spinach and artichoke with your hands, which is cool too. Now we're getting a better cheese pull, which is a bit strange, but either way, so good. And finally, we can't have an appetizer video without loaded potato skins. Now, I think everyone recognizes the TGI Fridays loaded potato skins. Now, I was shocked at this. They have 2,120 calories and 44 grams of protein. Now, mine clock in at literally a quarter of that, 515 calories and 40 grams of protein. So basically around the same protein, but like a quarter of the calories, which is insane. And honestly, it's a pretty big appy. I feel like you could easily split it with someone and just eat half of the 515 calories. So this one takes a little bit longer to make because you've got to bake the potatoes in the oven first. That took about like 50 minutes, I believe. And then from there, you scoop out some of the potato, and I measured it just to get an accurate reading of the calories of like how much I actually scooped out. But yeah, this recipe definitely takes longer than some of the others, but it's so worth it. By the way, trying to find two potatoes that are around this size and like the same size for both potatoes, just so if you're sharing it with someone, they don't get jealous. No, I'm just kidding. So now once the potatoes are all hollowed out, it's time to add a little bit of cooking spray to it, and then we're gonna put the and then we're gonna add the spices. So we're gonna add some salt, garlic powder, and paprika, of course. And then you actually put them back in the oven to crisp up, which again is so annoying and this takes so long, but again, trust me, it's super worth it. It's actually crazy. I don't know how those potato skins can be so high in calories. I'm assuming it's because of like the butter, oil, and like the sour cream, and maybe just like using way too much cheese, but that's okay. So I used vegan bacon, and of course you could use regular bacon if you want. I air fried 4 pieces, as you could see there, but I actually ended up only using 2 because I realized it was like a lot. So the trick here you'll see is to use light shredded marbled cheese and just like not go super crazy on the cheese like with TGI Fridays. And then we're gonna add the vegan bacon as well. Again, vegan bacon is lower in calories and we're not gonna go too crazy, but see, it's still covered. By the way, I just cut up the vegan bacon with scissors because that's like the easiest thing to do. So you're gonna pop that back into the oven. Then while that's baking, you're actually gonna blend our quote unquote sour cream, which is actually just a blend of non-fat Greek yogurt and 1% cottage cheese. And it's so, so good, guys. And it looks exactly like sour cream, but it's so much higher in protein, lower in calories. Just look at that. Of course, we gotta top it with green onion because obviously. And I feel like these don't look as presentable, quote unquote, as some of the other appies, but they're so, so good. If you're on a fitness journey, obviously, when you go to a restaurant, you don't want to always be ordering appetizers, main, and dessert, but this is great because it allows you to remake your favorite appetizers at home and not break the calorie bank. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, then I'm sure you're looking for more recipes like these, so I'm going to link a video here on the screen that you should watch next. And please be sure to give this video a like, subscribe, and share it with your friends as it really helps the channel, and I post new videos every week. And with that, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.